If you struggle with making decisions, I want to show you how in meditation, through this practice of recognizing who you are, this decision-making process is effortless and it doesn't require anything that you have to reference to, is this the right decision based on this, somebody who said anything or a material or something, but actually on yourself. You see, the reason why we struggle with making decisions is because if you look, there is always a little hesitance. There is some doubt, some fear that makes us question if we should do one thing or the other. Now, most of the times we know already what is the right decision. We already know by heart what it is that we have to do. So in those cases, it's very clear that we have fear, that we have doubts, that we want to do the right thing, but follows a story, right? So how we clarify this decision-making process is by clearing that fear. Now, let's go with a scenario in which you don't know and you have no idea what the right decision is. You still have to make a decision, you don't know. So these are the most obscured ones. What to do? You have to sit with yourself. You have to understand what are the thoughts that are arising that are telling you to do one thing, and there are other thoughts that tell you to do another thing. And the more you listen to those thoughts, the more you're going to realize that some thoughts are actually acting out of fear and the other one are acting out of something that you feel is right. You see? So the more you contemplate this, the more the decision is already arising within you as the correct one. And you know that following the other one will only lead to more of those fears and living more from those fears. So just simply sitting and listening to the thoughts with neutrality, not wanting one or the other. You have to be very keen observer here to see that you're not coming with an agenda. Then you observe both, you see how they arise, and you know that this is the one informing you correctly. Now, one thing that's very important, because general fear that is behind is, I feel like this is the right decision, but it's going to cause all of this and so on. And if the decision is the correct one for you in the moment, that's it. That's all you need. Because our decisions, what we do, may be correct right now and may not be correct tomorrow. That doesn't mean that it was wrong today. It is that it was the right decision in the moment. That frees us from the idea that there are sort of commandments to follow, that there are guidelines, morality, even laws. We know this from every system in our society that creates laws and rules, and there are some times where they have to be broken because they do not stand rigorously. Even the ones that make them, they have to break them. And there are reasons behind this because nothing is fixed. And so even your decisions in life, every one of them that you know are in the proper way, they can be subject to change tomorrow. And the thing is not to fear that, but actually to rejoice in that and say, I know that I'm doing the right thing. So again, just to summarize this simple understanding, the more you sink within yourself in meditation and you are developing this capacity to observe everything with neutrality, the easier it is to perceive your fears. And those fears that guide your decisions are obviously wrong because of how they make you feel. And you know you don't want to live a life out of fear. So you know already that that is not the right decision. Whereas those that, even if there is some hesitance, maybe there is some sense of unknowing as to what is going to be, but you know that it is the correct thing to do based on how you feel in the moment and what it is correct and right for you, which is very individual, then those are the ones that are informing you as to how to make the right decision. Another thing, just to summarize it, you don't depend on any commandment, rule, morality to make decisions. You have to create your own. You can depend on that all your life. You have to shape your own life based on the decisions that you feel are correct. Again, right now, in this moment. Tomorrow, they may change, but they will not face you because you will know that you have been making the right decisions always on the best of your ability in the moment, in the present. And what that produces is a clear view of your present moment, meaning that you don't look back anymore and say, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, that would have been better. Because you're living your life in what we could call righteousness, true righteousness, which is trusting perfectly, exactly what your mind is informing you that is correct in the moment, and knowing that tomorrow it may change. And that's fine, because you knew that you made the decision based on the best of your abilities in the moment. And how do we hone this? How do we sharpen this? By listening to the thoughts from a neutral point of view, which is the purpose of meditation. I hope this video is helpful, because we do find ourselves a lot mixed in with these thoughts that are telling us one thing and the other, and we are identified with the limited self that is apparently made out of particular things that we have to defend and we have to maintain, and that goes against what I think it's right and I should preserve. When you remove this separate self, when you realize that all you are is the neutral observer of your thoughts, then righteousness begins to shine. And like I said, righteousness is of the moment. What is right today may be wrong tomorrow, but today it's the right thing to do, and that's what you do. Nothing else. Again, hope the video is helpful as usual. I'll see you in the next one.